Feeling overwhelmed by overflowing grocery bags and a fridge full of forgotten produce? It's a common struggle in the hustle and bustle of urban life, especially when you're trying to squeeze everything into a microspace. But here's the good news. Small spaces don't necessarily mean big problems. In fact, they can inspire creative solutions and sustainable habits. Picture this, a compact, efficient kitchen where everything has its place and nothing goes to waste. Imagine knowing exactly what's in your pantry, making the most of every grocery trip, and saying goodbye to forgotten veggies languishing in the back of the fridge. It's all possible, with a little bit of planning and some smart strategies. So, let's dive into the world of sustainable grocery shopping in small spaces. Today, we're tackling the challenge of sustainable grocery shopping, especially when you're living in a small space. Let's start with the magic of planning. Yes, magic. Because planning has the power to turn the chaos of grocery shopping into a streamlined, stress-free experience. Now, if you're rolling your eyes at the thought of meal planning, hear me out. Imagine this. It's the end of a long day. You're hungry, and your fridge is a jigsaw puzzle of random ingredients. But wait, with a meal plan, you already know what you're cooking. You have all the ingredients, and they're fresh because you bought them just a few days ago. No more last-minute takeout orders or wilted veggies in the back of the fridge. So how do you make this magic happen? First, think about your meals for the week. Consider your schedule and your energy levels. Are there days when you'll want a quick, easy meal? Or maybe a day when you'll have time to try that new recipe you've been eyeing? Next, create a grocery list based on your meal plan. This is where the power of planning really shines. With a list in hand, you're less likely to make impulse purchases. You'll avoid the siren call of those fancy cheeses or exotic fruits that look enticing but often end up forgotten in the back of the fridge. Your grocery list also helps you reduce food waste. By buying only what you need for your meal plan, you'll minimize the amount of food that ends up in the trash, and as a bonus, you'll save money. And here's a pro tip. As you're planning your meals, consider your portion sizes. Buying in bulk can be tempting, especially when it looks like a better deal. But remember, in a small space, storage is at a premium. And with perishable items, you need to be sure you'll use it all before it expires. So, to wrap it up, plan your meals, make a grocery list, and be mindful of portion sizes. With these steps, you'll transform your grocery shopping experience and make the most of your microspace kitchen. Don't forget to consider your portion sizes. Buying in bulk can be tempting, but only buy what you know you'll use before it expires, especially in a small space. Now, let's talk about maximizing your tiny fridge and pantry. When you live in a small space, every inch counts, and your kitchen is no exception. But with a little creativity and some smart strategies, you can make the most of what you've got. First, consider the power of clear containers. Not only do they allow you to see exactly what you have at a glance, but they also help to keep your fridge and pantry organized. No more forgotten leftovers hidden behind a wall of condiments, or that sneaky block of cheese lost in the corner. With clear containers, you'll know exactly what you have on hand, helping you to avoid unnecessary purchases and reduce food waste. Next, it's time to embrace the world of reusable storage containers. These handy tools are not only environmentally friendly, but they're also a fantastic way to control portions and store leftovers. They come in a variety of sizes, making it easy to find the perfect fit for your fridge or pantry. And because they're reusable, they'll save you money in the long run. Now, let's talk about maximizing space. Think vertically. Use stackable containers and shelves to make use of every available inch. Consider hanging storage solutions for items like pots, pans, and mugs. And don't forget the inside of your cabinet doors. Hooks and racks can be a lifesaver for storing smaller items. It's also important to keep your fridge and pantry clean and well organized. Regularly take stock of what you have and use up items before they go bad. This not only helps to prevent food waste, but it also makes grocery shopping a breeze. And finally, let's not forget about the magic of leftovers. With a little creativity, yesterday's dinner can become today's lunch or even tomorrow's breakfast. I love using leftover roasted vegetables in omelets or salads the next day. It minimizes waste and creates delicious new meals. Food waste is a big issue, and it can happen even in microspaces. But don't worry, we're here to help you turn the tide. When it comes to fighting food waste, the secret lies in creativity and a little bit of planning. So, you've got some leftovers, right? Don't let them languish in the back of the fridge, destined for the bin. Leftovers are an opportunity to get creative in the kitchen. With a little bit of imagination, yesterday's roast chicken can be today's chicken salad, or the remaining spaghetti can become a delicious frittata. The possibilities are endless. And remember, by doing this, you are not just creating a new meal, but also reducing food waste. Now let's talk about those food scraps. You know, the bits of veggies that didn't make it into your dish, the eggshells, the coffee grounds. Instead of tossing them in the trash, why not start a compost bin? Composting is a great way to reduce food waste. It takes those food scraps and turns them into nutrient-rich soil, perfect for your indoor plants or your little balcony garden. And if you're thinking, I live in a small apartment, I can't compost, think again. There are plenty of small, odor-free compost bins designed specifically for small spaces. Some cities even have compost collection programs, so check if yours does too. But why is this so important? Well, when we waste food, we're not just wasting the food itself, but also the resources, water, energy, labor, that went into producing it. Globally, about a third of all food produced for human consumption gets lost or wasted. That's a huge impact on our environment and economy. So, by being mindful of what we buy, how we store it, and how we use it, we can make a significant difference. It might seem like a small step, but remember, every bit helps. Consider composting food scraps if your building allows it. It's a fantastic way to reduce waste and create nutrient-rich soil for plants. Looking to take your sustainability game to the next level? It's no secret that the choices we make when shopping can have a significant impact on our environment. But did you know you can make a difference right in your grocery store's aisles or at your local farmer's market? Let's start with farmers markets. These are treasure troves of fresh, locally sourced produce and other goods. Shopping here not only means you're getting nutrient-rich foods, but you're also supporting local farmers and reducing your carbon footprint. That's because the food doesn't have to travel halfway across the world to reach your plate. It's a win-win situation for you and the environment. Now, let's talk grocery stores. More and more retailers are recognizing the importance of sustainable practices and are working towards offering more eco-friendly options. Look for stores that prioritize organic produce, offer bulk buying options to reduce packaging waste, and support fair trade and ethical sourcing. As consumers, our buying behavior can encourage these initiatives and help shape a more sustainable food industry. But what about packaging, you ask? It's true, many of us are used to the convenience of prepackaged goods. However, a lot of this packaging is non-recyclable and ends up in landfills. An easy way to combat this is to bring your own reusable containers, bags, and produce nets. Many stores are now welcoming and even incentivizing these practices. Another thing to consider is the type of products you're buying. Opt for seasonal fruits and vegetables, as these require less energy to produce and transport. And don't forget about plant-based options. Incorporating more plant-based foods into your diet is a great way to reduce your environmental footprint. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference. So next time you're out shopping for groceries, consider these tips. Not only will you be taking steps towards a more sustainable lifestyle, but you'll also be contributing to a healthier planet. Now that's what I call smart shopping.